again, my name is Alex Grichu, and welcome to HRN. We have Jules right here that's going to give us a testimony. Jules, from your experience with HRN and the whole program, give us an idea of what you your journey and what you went through, just to kind of explain it to people that might not know about HRN and about, what the program is all about.
Okay, about 2.5, 3 months ago, I spent 3 days in a hospital. I was diagnosed with viral pneumonia and then the COVID-19. Then suddenly they decided to release me. And the only input I had was from a doctor who said, you have COPD emphysema, you'll be on oxygen 24/7. And he sort of said, hasta la vista, baby. Well, I went home, and for the next week, I can't describe to you how terrible it was. My wife was my nurse, my helper, and my angel. I couldn't even get to the bathroom even with oxygen, I had difficulty. But my problem is that I couldn't accept the fact that I was in what you might call a hopeless, helpless situation, and I got angry. So there were no doctors to speak to. There was no rehabilitation therapy anywhere available. Everything was closed down. So I reached out to the internet, got onto Facebook. I discovered this site, the Home Rehabilitation Network. I decided to give it a shot. I went with it, not apprehensive, but not necessarily believing everything that I heard at first.
Of course.
But I must say that when Alex said, I can change your situation within 3 days, and he did. He really did. I was still on oxygen 24/7. I was tethered to a 25-foot cord, and I still really couldn't do much for myself, barely just getting around the house. Well, within the first week, he taught me how to breathe and walk. He told me to have confidence in your ability to breathe without the machine constantly. Kind of said, take a risk. And because he gave me the confidence, I took the risk. And within a week, I was basically off of oxygen. I could get around the house. I could do simple chores, simple things, not relying on my wife all the time. And finally, I got to the point where I said, I can get off this at night as well. So since then, basically, I've been off of oxygen, with the exception of when I really want to exert myself with exercise and push hard. Then I will use the portable. But basically, 98% of the time, I'm oxygen free, and I'm really feeling very well.
Now, when you first started, actually, I remember you could barely walk very far at all. Like it was a very limited, and you were almost like on deathbed itself.
I was literally. I tell everybody I was a basket case. Okay? The first week I couldn't get to the bathroom, even with oxygen. I was having difficulty. Mm-hmm. That's how bad I was the first week or two.
And how far can you walk now?
Well, today I did 2.5 miles already. yesterday I did 2.5. The day before 3.5. Okay.
When you couldn't even do a feet. That's amazing.
I've done 10 flights of stairs. I do my exercise. There's so much I could talk about. Try to encourage them to take the risk and sign up, because it truly works. There are 3 live online sessions a week, which they vary, so you're not doing the same thing each time.
Right.
And it becomes a social thing as well, because you're with the same 8 or 9 people and you share, okay?
Absolutely.
And you encourage each other. When somebody has a good reading, we all applaud, okay? So it's encouraging, it's positive, and I don't know what else to say other than it certainly works for me. I will say this, it's not the easy, it's what you put into it. You can go
Absolutely.
Here, if you wish, you can go medium or you can go hard. Now, I'm a person who likes to go all out. So, and you can do that. You can vary it. It doesn't have to be one speed or one thing for everybody. So if there are people in my group who can't keep up with, I just do extra work, extra time. And the exercises have built me up physically to a point where I'm probably stronger and healthier now than I was before all this nonsense started.
Absolutely. And there was I know a lot of techniques that we utilize, a lot of them are from freestyle diving, a lot of military experience and stuff, but we implement things that a lot of people are very outside the box, like freestyle divers that can hold their breath for like 20 minutes. And then we take a lot of those techniques and implemented, people have a hard time breathing. So we're working out intercostal diaphragmatic muscles, get them up to a good level, because a lot of pulmonary rehabs out there, before they were even shut down, they had a 30% average and we had a 98% average. I mean, some of the best hospitals in the United States are using us, even though they have their own pulmonary rehab program. It's just when we say what we can do, plus we're a virtual program, we never put hands on somebody. And I know a lot of people that can be really skeptical. Were you ever skeptical? Like when you, about, something that's virtual where, the camera where we can see you, you can see us, but we're never putting hands on you. Were you ever thinking that it couldn't be that as good as somebody that goes into a traditional facility?
You know, the first encounter I had with you, those first couple of days, it just turned me around. You're a very positive person and you're a very encouraging person. And you don't like to, if I become negative, you turn it around and make me positive. And I guess within the first 2 or 3 days, I really didn't have any doubt anymore. Okay. The other thing I like very much is that we are being monitored every day. We're required to fill out a forms.
A journal, yeah, absolutely.
Giving all of our the data, whether it be the pulse and your blood pressure, et cetera, et cetera. So that's filled out every day, and that's encouraging to me. And I know people are looking at it because I get the feedback from you folks, a couple of days later. So,
we were all rooting for you.
That's it's all very positive as far as I'm concerned. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing these reports, and then Dr. Shaw is like, he's doing 3.5 miles, he's doing all this. And I said, yeah, he's a go-getter, and every single time we come into class, we're wondering how far you're going to be able to go now. I mean, literally complete turnaround, like a seriously complete. And I know a lot of our patients, they get a really dramatic results, but in your case, it was so unique because of the COVID-19 and plus COPD. And then this just complete turnaround. But plus, this is a virtual program, but it was such a pleasure to work with you, for especially somebody as ambitious. And it is very true. It's not a pill. This is not a pill.
No.
This is, you literally have to work, and you have to work hard. But once you get your life back, you get it back, and you get to go on vacation again, go for walks, go to the park, go shopping, not have to be so dependent on other things, or maybe even other people. You get your dependence back. And that was one of the greatest things that, that we saw, that you were not just improving, but you were accelerating at speeds we didn't even realize that was capable of. So you're a whole different level. But it was so fantastic seeing that you were looking so much, the change from when you first started to what you look like now, what you can do now is so dramatic. But
it really is. See, I was a walker, an exerciser before all this started. Up until a month before this all started, I was doing 25, 30 miles a week walking at the mall. So it was devastating for me in the situation that I was in, where I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. I mean, it was depressing. But I got angry. I really did. I got angry with the doctors because they didn't help. They weren't encouraging. They gave me no advice. And as soon as I talked to you folks, things changed. I got a positive attitude. I got encouragement. You gave me techniques that, to be honest with you, I don't know why no one has given these little techniques before when I've been to the pulmonologist. And that just turned everything around for me. I mean, I just got charged up, and I just recommend this wholly to everyone who, if you have any doubts, please take my word for it, okay? It works. Do the work, and I guarantee you, you'll get the rewards for it.
Jules, you've been so fantastic. Thank you for really much for your testimony. It's, there's a lot of people out there that there's a lot of, and I don't want to say there's no hope out there, but there's a lot of places where you hope you get some good results, and you're hoping the person you meet is going to be good to share some not just advice, techniques, and exercise with you, but be with you side by side, making sure you get to the level you want to be at to be successful. But it's just, it's been truly a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you back in class on Friday. It's just, I really do appreciate your time, seriously. And it's going to be really helpful to a lot of people out there, especially a lot of people that don't realize that we exist. And this program holds one of the highest success rates. And I'm a 6-time award-winning pulmonary care practitioner. I'm voted as, well, actually one of the top ones out there. And personally, I'd rather have somebody who knows what they're doing and versus somebody you hope they know what they're doing. But I'm not saying anybody else doesn't know what they're doing. I'm just saying I know what I can do. I'm very passionate, as well as all the other therapists here are very, very passionate in what they do. The doctors, we all bleed for this, just to make sure that people that can't afford a traditional facility, this is obviously covered under insurance, but if they can't afford a traditional facility and they have an option, and it's actually not a bad option to have. You're home. You're doing therapy at home. You have people that kind of, you have like these 8, 6, 7, 8 people in the class that you become friends with and in the same level as you're at,
That's right. Exactly.
It's a fantastic. Jules, again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You used the word passionate. You are a very passionate person, and it comes across. I'm a very passionate person, so it was a great combination.
Hey, the pleasure's been ours, man. Seriously. Anyways, I'll see you back in class. All right, Chief.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.